Hey guys, welcome to Stockers Tech Spot. In this video, we're going to be unboxing and taking a quick look at the LG Optimus XE2, and this is for Verizon, obviously, because of their huge Verizon logo. They let you know damn well whose phone this is. So yeah, Verizon, America's most reliable network. That is highly debatable. I guess it depends where you live too, but anyways, let's move along. On the front of the box, we have all that good stuff I just mentioned. Also, they are advertising unlimited talk and text for $45 a month. You know what? This is not an advertisement. I'm not even going to mention that. Also, not sponsored here. I bought this with my own money. It was $15 on Black Friday, which is why I bought it. This phone isn't the most expensive phone. It's not the most powerful phone. But if you are looking for a phone, and if you were looking on Black Friday, find it for $15. That is a steal for a smartphone these days. We're going to go over everything that's packed into here, so let's just get on with it. So up front of the box, nothing much going on. Features, it's a phone, it has a camera, it has Wi-Fi, security, and it's Android. Those do not seem like features, but hey, if you want to call them features, we're going to let you do what you want. This is America, goddammit. Alright, so let's flip the box over on here onto this side, and we have the package contains the prepaid LG Optimus XE2, the standard lithium-ion battery, of course, wall charger, and brochures. Nothing new there. Let's move along. Features: 4.5 WVGA display. That's a 800 by 400 display. So we have a 5 megapixel camera. I have no idea what that looks like, so maybe we'll have some fun with that. I'll put a example of what a picture from the phone looks like in this video as well. Knock code. Oh, so that's what the lock is. I see. So it just kind of follows along onto the other side and it tells you the information next to those icons. So knock code. I'm not sure what that means. Do you just knock on the phone and then it wakes up? Does it hear it? Do you just double tap the screen to wake? Is that what that means? Well, I guess we'll figure that out. Android operating system, obvious enough. We knew what we were getting ourselves into when we bought this thing. And another Verizon logo on the bottom. That's all she wrote there. Let's flip it in the back. Refer to your activation and service guide to get started. We don't need to because we are not going to activate this phone. This is just going to be a media consumption device and a remote for around the house. Also a little tinker device just to play about and maybe show you guys something new that you didn't know about it if you do have this phone. Let's move along. Nothing much here. Plan information, hearing aid compatibility. Yeah, I mean, it's recyclable. That's great. Printed with soy ink. Soy ink? Do you see that? Oh, I can't even show you because the tripod's in the way. But it says it's been printed with soy ink. I have never seen that. Okay, I didn't know soy ink existed. But whatever. And of course, the barcode. Ooh, and I always do that with these videos. There's numbers and serial codes, but there's just the LG logo on this side. And this is just my barcode with stuff on it. But that's that. On the bottom, there's another barcode. Okay. I don't want to get caught up here because there's serial numbers and there's a MeID number, which sounds like an IMEI number. It's freaking me out. Let's move along. Oh, I forgot to show you guys the top. Not that it matters because all it says is phone cannot be applicated until scanned at the register. So, yeah. So if you didn't notice before, this opens up like a book. It has a little bit of Velcro to hold it down, but we're going to open it up. On the left-hand side, we have monthly plan information, which we do not care about because we are not going to activate this. And over here we have the phone. Ooh. And let's see how we open this. On the back we have a pull tab here. And you know what? I start off from this side. Yeah. Oh no. It's ripping all strings. Voila. And then we hold the tab and it just slides right out. There's a plastic cover covering everything here. So let's see. Oh, okay, there you go. This cover comes off. And here's the phone. Wow. Oh, of course it's super light because there's no battery in it right now. And here's a little cardboard thing. Interesting. There's like a little barcode on that side. I think these are to make sure you don't steal the phone. Where's the battery for this thing? It's got to be under this thick booklet. So we have the booklet. And here's the back cover. Ooh, it actually looks kind of nice. Not sure what to say about it. It has a nice texture look to it. I can't really feel it with my thumbs, so yeah, it does have a textury feel. Almost like a soft rubbery feel, but not quite. Inside, nothing there. And here's the battery, where the back of the phone was. Battery right there. And let's see how many milliamp hours was the battery. 2100 milliamp hour battery. That is not bad whatsoever. We're going to see how long that lasts. I will be messing around with this. I don't know if I'll be putting up tests because I'm sure that's been done to help. And travel adapter. There's so many of these in my house. And let's open this up. I can't open it all the way. There it goes. This is pretty basic, just a standard USB charger. I'm not even going to go through all of this. I'm just opening it up to show you guys because, hey, it's an unboxing. This is what we do. So, let me rip this up like an animal. Okay. So, a USB cord feels fairly high quality. I would expect nothing less from LG because LG is a reputable brand in my opinion. You guys may have a different opinion about that. Very high quality feeling. It doesn't feel flimsy whatsoever, but hey, you can never be too sure with USB cable. So let's put that to the side. Let's take out the battery. Let's take a quick tour, shall we? Yeah, let's take a quick tour first before we go through specs. Or maybe I'll say specs while I do this. I don't know. We're just playing it by ear at this point. So I'm going to put the battery in. There we go. Make sure the back is nice and tight. Okay. So let's go through the specs. Okay, to start off with, this does not have the latest version of Android, unfortunately. This has Android KitKat version 4.4. Maybe they did push out a Marshmallow update since then. Maybe they pushed out a different update since then. I will take any update, really, but I'm most likely going to see if I could unlock the bootloader, root this, and install CyanogenMod or some other operating system on here because, honestly, I do not like stock operating systems. And I have a feeling there's going to be some bloatware on this as well. So over here, let's start off with the front. And let me take this off too. Let's do the slow peel. Oh, yeah. Here we go. This is the front of the phone. Verizon logo on the top left. Of course, Verizon has to show who they are. LG. We have the backspace capacitive button, a menu button, capacitive button. And this looks like the Samsung button in the middle. This is actually a tactile button. So 2 capacitive, 1 tactile. Feels nice. Nice and clicky. We have on the left here volume buttons with a sticker. We have volume button, bottom button here, top button. They feel similar to this button, really. A little more tactilely, I guess. A little harder to push down. Let's see on this side. Ooh, let's get rid of that. So over here we have the single power button, or I presume that's the power button. There's no other buttons on this thing. We have the power button on this side, also tactile. It feels just like the volume button. And looks like a nice little inlay there to put the 2 halves of the phone together. And on the top we have, I believe that's a noise cancellation microphone and the USB, not the USB, the AUX port. Down here is the USB port, the micro USB, and we have the speaker grill. So it looks like I don't know if this is a mono or a stereo speaker, but I want to say it's mono just because it's a cheaper phone. I doubt they would put stereo speakers in this, but hey, we're gonna test those, see how that sounds too. And by test, I mean I'm gonna listen to them and see if I like them. Down here we have the regular microphone, and that will be it on the back. We have a circular flash. Oh, I'm not even showing that. Over here we have a circular flash. We have the 5 megapixel camera that they're bragging about, the LG logo, and it looks like a speaker grill in the back. So maybe speakers in the back. Why is there one on the bottom here? Maybe the speaker's only on the back. Maybe it's a stereo speaker. Maybe this is left. Maybe that's right. That would be really stupid. I doubt that's the case. Okay, so I just went ahead and double checked to make sure if it is a mono or a stereo, and I can't find any information. So, well, when I say any information, I mean the official LG website doesn't specify it. But hey, I'm going to go ahead and say it's mono because I highly doubt that they would put stereo speakers in such a cheap device. Okay, so at this point we might as well go over the specs. It's a 1.2 gigahertz dual core processor working on the CDMA band, so Verizon and those, I think, what else works on CDMA? I'm not sure what else works on CDMA. Is it Sprint? I don't think Sprint works on CDMA. Actually, it might be Sprint because I know AT&T and T-Mobile are on the GSM network, so I'm pretty sure it's Sprint and Verizon on the CDMA. Anyways, so there's that 2100 milliamp hour battery as we already looked at. has a total internal memory of 4 gigabytes, but it does have an SD card slot that you could expand up to 32 gigabytes. It's not much, but hey, it's a cheaper device. 32 should be enough for our needs. Okay, and the camera takes pictures in 2560 by 1920 resolution. By default, it's at 2240 by 1344. And the video resolution by default is 800 by 480. So if you're getting this phone to take pictures, you might want to think about a different device. That does not sound that great. I guess the pictures for stills would be great, but like I said, we're going to be putting a screenshot somewhere, or not a screenshot, but I'll put a picture from the phone right about now or something, and you guys could take a look and see what you guys think. I'll try to have one with highlight and low light. So yeah, there you go. And let's see what else. I think we're just powered on at this point. Also, I did look at the knock code thing. It vibrated as it turned on. I looked at the knock code, and they have knock on, which is a double tap to wake. Ooh, we have Android initializing here. And the knock code itself is a combination you could create yourself, which is a 2 to 8 tap combination. So it doesn't have to be double tap. You could have, or something like that. I don't know. Just you could have your own tap to wake. And we have the button on the bottom lighting up and changing colors. That's really cool. I like that. That's a nice notification light, or a nice way to implement it. Right, of course. I forgot to mention we do have the speaker up top with a looks like a little chrome trim on the top part there. I don't know if you guys could catch the trimming of it, but I'm sure it's showing up slightly. And since it's the first boot, this will take a little while, so maybe we'll come back to that. Okay, from the bottom here, where the micro USB is, there's a little, they give you some area to stick a fingernail or something in there and just prop it open. So let me zoom in there so you can see that the okay, right there, the micro USB does have a little bit of leeway there. So you could just put your fingernail there and open it up if you were wondering how to do that. Oh, there it is. Is that the SIM or the micro SD? It looks like that might be the micro SD because it has a play button. So I'm guessing they. Oh yeah, it does. It says SD right there. Where would you put the SIM though? I don't remember seeing a spot for the SIM. Oh, okay. Oh, we're loaded up here. So, let me put this back cover on. Emergency calls. I probably hit something by accident. Let's go back. Setup wizard. Okay, I guess I could do this while you guys are here, or maybe I'll just turn it off. Oh no. It wants me to activate. Oh, here. Let's do that. Oh no, I have to activate the phone. I'm going to see if I can bypass this. If not, then I'm just going to have to cut the video. I'm having trouble here bypassing the activation of the LG Optimus XE2. The only reason I bought this was to use it on Wi-Fi only. And it's not even allowing me to bypass the activation to do so. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the power off and restart. And I'm hoping that this fix I found on, I believe it's XDA. Yes, XDA will fix it. They're advising to restart the phone and do not touch or click anything. Then all you have to do is hit the volume up, volume down, back button, home button, and then it should work. If this does not work, I'm going to have to unlock the bootloader and install a custom operating system just so I can bypass it and use the phone. I was not expecting this, so let's see what happens. We have it loaded up, and once again, it's going to be volume up, volume down, back, and home. So volume up, volume down, back, home. Oh, there we go. Voila, that. Oh, we're in. Thank you, XDA Forum. If you're not a member of XDA, I highly suggest you do. If you are an Android fan, and if you are an Android fan, you probably already know about it. So let's see what it says on top. Tip to collapse, blah, blah, blah. Don't show any tips. So this looks cool. I probably am going to install a custom operating system anyway, like I said earlier. So we're just going to mess around with the software. I'm going to go ahead and just do what everyone does all the time. Or we're going to go down here and software information and KitKat. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, that's it. KitKat. Right off the bat, I could tell you it does not have a 5 gigahertz antenna because all I see are 2.4 gigahertz, or my 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi available here. That's a little upsetting. animations are kind of cool, but highly unnecessary. Here's a size comparison between the two devices. I have to zoom out for this one. Oh yeah, there you go. So you can see how tiny this actually is. I'm not sure how you guys want to see it. I'll line up the bottoms here like that. Put a little space. There you go. And if you want to see it centered, let me see if I have the Nexus 4 here. Let's compare this with the Nexus family. Yeah, I have the Nexus 4 here. A little dusty because I haven't used it for so long, but here's the Nexus 4. And let's compare that. It's about the same, not the same size, but let me move this so you get a nice contrast with the background. You get about the same size of the Nexus 4, but the screen seems about maybe a little smaller. Honestly, the screen's a little smaller between these two devices. I wish I could turn on the Nexus 4, but the battery's dead, and here's a side view of them back to back like that. Yeah, it's thinner than the Nexus 4, maybe slightly. Let me see if I could just... Yeah, just ever so slightly. It's a little thinner. It's shorter than the Nexus 4. This is a bad view of it, but it is shorter than the Nexus 4. So it's a tad bit smaller, which makes up for the smaller screen, I suppose. Nexus 5 here. So the Nexus 5, of course, is going to be bigger because it has a bigger screen there. Also dead, so I can't even show you. Sorry about that reflection. Yeah, let's see. Nexus 5 looks to be thinner, of course. I don't know how else I could really measure these. Yeah, definitely thinner. Slightly, though. Ever so slightly. The button scheme is almost the same. Well, it makes sense because they're both LG devices, so they do have some of the takeaways, like the buttons are on the left, power's on the right, USB on the bottom, AUX on the top. So that's interesting that they did leave some hints of Nexus LG device. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong phone is going to the side. And once again, the Nexus 6. I'm not even going to compare it to the Nexus 6 because it's just freaking huge, or tiny compared to the Nexus 6 here. Oh, not to mention, this is also an LG device, so it does have the volume on the side, power on the other side, and it's funny how it's so similar and yet so different. The internals are obviously completely different, but just a quick comparison between other phones so you can get a size feel for this. It is fairly... it's easy for one-handed use. It brings me back to when phones were actually smaller and not enormous like they are now. There's no way I could use this with one hand. I mean, I could if I really tried, but it'd be so uncomfortable and I'd probably drop it a few times. But there you have it, unboxing, quick look, and tour of the LG Optimus XE2. Hope this was helpful. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions about this phone or any other device or anything in general, let's start a discussion on the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so for awesome videos. I'll be having fun with this later on, so you'll be able to check that out too.